Hi everybody, welcome to the video surprise of the day. Today we're going to talk about the 2021 Toyota Rav4 Prime XSE all-wheel drive SUV. Before you get started, please remember to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon will be notified new videos, and I really appreciate that thumbs up. Thank you very much in advance. Special thank you for Dublin Toyota for allowing me to film this great vehicle. Great place to shop for your new vehicle at Toyota Dublin. And let's do a walk around this great vehicle. The color is called Magnetic Gray Metallic. Very beautiful gray color. You can see the logos and such are also blackened out, which looks really nice. This has the 19-inch 5-sport alloy wheels. Looks really great on this particular vehicle. There's some chrome touches in the back and the tail lights. And, looks really well proportioned for an SUV. And it's an XSE. It's all-wheel drive, like all hybrids, and this is a plug-in hybrid. So the Prime, so the top of the line XSE Toyota Rav4 Prime. And you also notice the light. It's not really a fog lamp, I guess, but it's vertical on there. It looks really beautiful when it's on. So let's start out today with the engine compartment. Just unlatch this over here, and I'll open the engine compartment, and we shall see. The first thing you notice when you open the engine compartment is the nice padding that keeps the noise out of the passenger compartment in particular. So that's really a nice feature to have. This one has 2.5 liter dynamic force 4-cylinder engine, same as the RAV4 that you find. And this one is 302 combined net horsepower, 177 at 6,000 RPM, 165 pound-feet at 3,600 RPMs. The electric motor, front and rear, 179, 53 horsepower. Torque is front and rear, 199 and 89 pound-feet. DS4 dual injection, direct and port injection, this particular vehicle. MPG is 94 MPGe equivalent, gasoline only, 40 city, 36 highway, combined is 38. Electric driving range is 42 miles. Okay, let's take a look at the front driver's side door. You notice I got power mirrors, power windows, and power locks in particular vehicle. Chrome door handles. On the front seat, you notice there's front and back and lumbar support. XSE soft text in black with red inserts. Looks really nice. Here you can see some of the functionality you can control. The liftgate, heated steering wheel, wiper, automatic headlights. Below that, you got the hood released, gas door release. And on the left side, you got the voice controls for the radio, the volume control, and also the phone controls on the left over here. Okay, on the right, you notice you have the safety for the collision mitigation, lane assist, the modes for different radio station, and the cruise control. Okay, so if you started the vehicle, you probably notice all the lights come on just like that, and you look fancy graphics in particular. On the left side, you probably notice the power meter. On the right, you got the gas and also the battery charge percentage. You can actually scroll down to different menus. You can customize that and which menu you want to look at. Here's another look of the XSE black interior with the red stitching. Okay, as we look at the console over here, you probably notice there are a lot of controls actually right near the shifter. So the shift gate is really a nice feature to have in particular. And a lot of manufacturers have gone out and got rid of those, right? But this one still has it, and there's a Toyota, Lexus, they'll keep this going on. And you got the different modes. We're going to take a closer look at this in particular. And you probably could see there's a trail mode, there's normal, eco, sport, and you also EV mode. You got also auto EV, you got brake hold, and also you got automatic parking brakes. You got the T charger behind that. And above that, you got the ventilated seat controls. You also turn off the stability control if you wanted to. And also you got a climate control system above that. Easy to change. Just use the knob. Turn left to lower, right to increase. Okay, look at the media information display. You have a 9-inch touchscreen, audio plus 11 speakers, a sub, and an amp. Simple as touchscreen. So no matter if you use the phone or you use GPS or you use the Apple CarPlay in particular, it's just a touchscreen away. So you also have an Android Auto. You can see this over here. The menus look a bit different between the two, of course, but everything is touchscreen and it's very intuitive because you just touch the place you want to go to. The JBL speakers are only on the XSE. You also notice that you have Toyota Safety Connect in particular. You can open the moonroof or sunroof. Just push the button over here and that opens it up for you. And you also got just the rear view mirrors. So back to our regular view over here with the vehicle. You probably notice everything is off right now since I don't have the key to it at the moment. And we already shown you the media information display already. Below that is the emergency button. You just press the triangle if there's an emergency. The climate controls after that. And you also have the adjustment for the seats. Qi charger. And like I mentioned earlier, you got the Eco and Sport. And also the trail mode. And here is some space for cup holders. Not really the biggest cup holders out there. Okay, right underneath the armrest, you probably notice there's a 2.1 amp charger. In fact, there's two of them over there. And looking at the glove compartment, it's pretty reasonable size, I would say. So let's go over there and let's take a quick glance at the passenger side over here. You notice they also have some vents. There's some chrome accents on the top of the dash. What I want to show over here is actually the sun visor test. It doesn't really roll over, but there's a little end piece over here you probably notice, right? See, this thing doesn't pull. You have to pull this thing over here, and it goes all the way to the end. It's not that bad overall. I mean, it's like a 7, I guess. It still kind of like blocks the light out, which was better for the whole piece. And once again, you know, this is how the center console over here looks like, right? The cup holder and such, right? Here is the passenger side. The glove compartment is not felted, reasonable size. Okay, and let's take a look at the front passenger side. And chrome door handles, you got the power locks and power windows over here. A lot of soft touches, but also some hard touches on the door handles. You definitely have some storage space on the bottom for some bottled water. There's a speaker also on the bottom. So, yeah, that part is hard over here. And, you know, there's some soft touches on the vehicle. And looking at the front passenger seat, you notice there's no lumbar setting for the front passenger. But you probably could recline and also move the seat forward. So those are only features there are. But very spacious interior in the front, driver and passenger overall. Okay, let's take a look at the seat behind the front passenger. Notice that I got power windows, power lock, chrome door handles, and the door is actually very similar to the other doors on the vehicle, right? You also have the speaker grille. Notice that there's a map pocket behind both of the seats in the back. You also got vents in the back. Very spacious and very bright in the back seat. You probably noticed that the soft text looks pretty good at the same time. So these are actually pretty good to feel and touch as well. And the map pockets here are pretty large. And you got these nice big vents in the back, which is great. You also have the 2.1 amp charger for the phones or the tablet or whatever, anything else that you need to charge, I guess, in particular, right? Well, you know, if you're like under 6 feet, you wouldn't have a problem sitting on the second row, but fitting 5 people, really big people in between might be a little problem. I just want to point out that. If you're sitting in the second row, you have pretty good view of the front row, that is, and that's pretty easy to see the information display. And let's take a look at the seat behind the driver. You notice there's space for a bottle of water. You got the power window, the power lock, chrome door handles, and you know, just like the other side in particular, right? And there's not that much different overall. I think sitting in this vehicle with 4 people is definitely great, but if you seat 5, it's gonna be a bit tight. You also have the vent in the back over here. Then a look at the 2.1 amp chargers. There's 2 of them in the back, which is really nice and generous from Toyota to offer that. One of the things I do want to point out over here is actually there's also 2 cup holders you can put here for bottled water. Anything bigger might be a little bit challenged. And the seat backs and everything are pretty reasonable comfort, right? It's not going to be the best comfort overall, but definitely good enough. And you got a nice view of the moonroof. It doesn't extend all the way to the back in this particular model, And you also notice that you look at the other side, you also have the similar amenities, right? Like the chrome door handles, the chrome touches on the inside doors and such, right? So that's something good to note. Speaker grill also on the left and right. So they're kick resistant. So if you have kids that like to kick on it or something, it definitely won't break. But very bright and airy inside. You also have a light over here that you could move it to door. So if your doors are ajar, like right now, then it will light up, or you could turn it off, right? So that's some good feature. I like to leave it on in most cases, right? If your door is ajar, it should definitely be on, and you can see it. Notice the light is actually yellow. It's not a white light, but of course you could replace it for LED bulb and it'll be white light. So nice view also of the first row and out the windows. Another look at the front dash and layout in particular. Next, I'm going to look at the hatch. Nice chrome piece in the back of the vehicle. That makes it special. And there's a blue badging, but a lot of the hybrids do have the blue badging. Just want to note that in particular. So you could actually push the button or do the kick feature if you have the key on you, or you could just use the key fob, or there's a button on open the lift gate right under on the left side once you open the driver's side door. So you got the JBL subwoofer in the back. You got the 40-60 split folding seats. You probably noticed that. You got the little light over here as well. You can see that in the dark. You could turn that on. If you hold the seats down, you're definitely going to get a lot more space than right now. But even if you don't fold the seats down, there's pretty ample room to fit some of the groceries and such, right? And you can notice that the space when you fold it down, you can fold one seat or you can fold those two seats down and you get a lot more space in particular. And nice headrest in the back in particular. But I think the second seat in the middle is not really going to be that big overall. And you probably can see that in the back. One of the things I really like about Toyota is they always offer a spare tire on most of their vehicles. So this one has the temporary use only spare, which is great. A lot of manufacturers don't have spares anymore. And never know when you need it. The worst time possible is when you need a spare and you don't have it, right? So that's the time you probably need a spare. So I do want to point it out. Always look for a vehicle that has a spare. And you could do the kick sensor to close the lift gate, or just press this button over here. So, or you could do the grab handle, of course, right? So that's the easiest way to close it. And a key fob, and also there's actually a button for the lift gate on the controls on the driver's side once you open the door. I like the wiper in the back in particular. It's not hidden like some of the luxury vehicles are. Also, they have the chrome exhaust tips, which makes the vehicle look a bit more higher end. I think that's kind of neat, a little touch to have in this particular vehicle. Nice black trim piece over here. It looks pretty good right now. I'm not sure it holds up with a lot of scratches over time, but overall the vehicle looks pretty good overall. Okay, the MSRP and destination is $46,872. And also the chip shortage doesn't help at this moment with recording, so your prices may even be higher. And here's my pros and cons. Your opinion may differ. Definitely it's going to be a very reliable vehicle. The warranty is 10 years, 150,000 miles. And you can see a lot of options are included in this particular vehicle. Very fast vehicle, 0 to 60 time of 7 seconds. And you also qualify for a lot of federal tax credit at this moment, right? The only con I have is for this price point, there are some hard touch areas in this particular vehicle. Really like this video and it helps you out, please help me with a thumbs up. If you have a comment to share and it helps others, please leave it below as well. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.